Hey guys, so it is already time for February favorites. This month flies by. I love that about February because it's so short and it goes by so quick, and that means my due date is coming soon. Okay, I have a lot of favorites to show you this month, which is nice because I feel like the last couple that I didn't have a lot to show you, so I'm kind of making up for it this month. I have more body care stuff than normal, so I think I'm just going to start with that. So starting with the first thing, I got this in my Seasons box, the February Seasons box, and it's by Bamboo Earth. It's their Salt Glow, and it's their Sugar Cookie Body Polish. And oh my god, I'm in love. The smell of this is so good. I've blown through almost half of it already, and I will definitely, without hesitation, be repurchasing this. This is probably the best scrub I've ever tried. I only use this on my legs and my elbows, which is where I have the dry spots. I've mentioned to you for several months now that my legs have just really been suffering, really dry, flaky, itchy, irritated, and this has really helped. This and the next product I'm going to talk about. But the nice thing I like about this versus a lot of the other salt scrubs and sugar scrubs that I've tried in the past is most of the times you have like the oil separate from the scrub and you end up having to mix them. This one obviously has oil in the scrub, but it's not where it's separated. It's literally like a solid. You don't have to mix it up, and the nice thing about it, it's a little bit abrasive, but I kind of like that on my legs. Like I said, I really need it because my legs have been so dry. The little particles are obviously, I can feel there's like oil in them, but it's not a separate product. So I literally just kind of scoop out a little bit and then I rub it all over my legs. And it just leaves the silkiest, smooth feeling behind, and it doesn't leave them greasy. It doesn't feel like there's like residue left behind. When I rinse them off, it literally feels like I just put lotion on my legs. So I am so impressed with this. Like I said, I love that it's not a separate like oil that you have to mix. It's just a solid. The smell is heavenly. I'm usually like not a huge fan of almond scented things. This definitely has traces of almond, and I love it. Like, it doesn't bother me at all. I really, really like it. The fact that it's all natural is just bonus. So I love this. I would definitely recommend you guys trying it. The next thing I follow up with the Salt Glow, and it's the Josie Maran Body Whipped Argan Oil Body Butter. I got this from Cuivree back around the holidays, and this too I've kind of blown through. This is probably my most favorite body butter / body lotion. I love that it's natural. It's infused with argan oil like all of her products are. It does not irritate my skin. And after I use this in the shower and then this when I get out on my legs, honestly, the last month I haven't had any issues with them. Knock on wood. They haven't been dry. They haven't been really itchy, flaky. I feel like they're completely cured. When my legs were at their worst, I was pairing this with the Argan Balm, which is a super thick moisturizing paste, almost like balm. I haven't needed to use that since this, and I do use this all over my body. This is just, I think, the one and only body butter I will continue to repurchase over and over and over again. I love the smell of it. I've said it before when I first got this. It's what is it? I think it's vanilla fig. It doesn't smell like vanilla at all to me. It smells like sweet candy. And I've said it before, if you guys remember those bubblegum screwdrivers, I think they were called, that we got off the ice cream trucks when we were little, like that, it was in like a cone shape, there was a gumball at the bottom. That's what this smells like. If any of you can relate to that smell, that's what I smell. Okay, next up, this is the Dr. Bronner's Magic Soap in the Tea Tree. Either one of my subscribers or on Twitter, or maybe both, I'm totally drawing a blank on your name and I apologize, but they recommended this to try because of my acne breakouts on my back that I've talked about. Now, I blame that totally on my hormones, since it started when I went off the pill, and now that I'm pregnant, my hormones are crazy. So I haven't, thank goodness, suffered from acne on my face, but my back and even a little bit on my chest has suffered from acne. And I am somebody who at 28 have never had problems with any kind of body acne or face acne. So It was like a rude awakening when I went off the pill and got pregnant. My skin just went haywire. And I've tried so many different things, and I honestly can't attribute it clearing up to like one specific product. I think it's just been a combination of everything that I've been using. But this was recommended to me to use in the shower, and I had a hard time finding this. Usually I get Dr. Bronner's stuff at Target and Walgreens, and I think even CVS sells the brand, but I couldn't find the specific tea tree, so I ordered this, I think, off Amazon. And I've used Dr. Bronner's in the past. I used to use it to clean my makeup brushes, the lavender scented one. The thing that I love about this is it's so concentrated, and though it doesn't have any chemicals or sodium lauryl sulfate, it foams and suds so well. And you only need a little bit. Like, it's crazy to me. It's almost like you literally like sprinkle it on your loofah, and it like creates crazy bubbles. I only use this on my back. I don't use it all over because I kind of was using it as like a treatment. And I definitely think this has helped. Like I said, I don't think it's the one thing that's cleared up my back knee, but I think it's definitely contributed to helping it. And it's also, at this point, it's all clear, but at this point, I'm also using it as a preventative so I don't get it anymore. And I mean, in all fairness, I've been suffering, I'm almost 8 months pregnant, so I've been suffering with this acne problem for a while now, and it comes and it goes. Knock on wood, it's been gone for the last month and a half, and it hasn't come back. So I'm hoping this is helping it to kind of stay away, but it's just like a nice kind of treatment for your back. Before this, I was using my Cebu facial cleanser on my back. That's how sensitive it was. I was just trying to avoid any and all chemicals and harsh like ingredients in my soaps, but I really like this. So if you are somebody that suffers from body acne, I would definitely try using this. Like I said, it's the tea tree, so it's calming and soothing, and I think it's definitely helped me. Okay, so that's enough with the body stuff. Moving on to makeup. This Caudalie Beauty Elixir. Oh my god, I'm blowing through this like it's going out of style. I feel like it goes so quickly, and it's so expensive. I love this. I've been using this in the mornings. What my routine has been is after I get out of the shower or after I wash my face, I use the Cebu Hydrating Serum, spray this on my face, and I kind of just let it soak in as I'm like putting lotion on or blow drying my hair. I just let it kind of soak into my skin, and then I follow up with my face moisturizer. And it just feels so invigorating. I prefer to use it in the morning because it kind of just like wakes you up, and it just smells so good and just like makes you feel awake. But I have used this a couple times at nighttime. I just prefer to use it during the day. And for me, it's just kind of like a refresher, moisturizing toner, almost just like a nice little treat in the morning. It's definitely, I can't say that it's done wonders for my skin or changed or made me notice anything, but it's a nice little luxury to have to make you feel awake and alive in the mornings. This next product is no shock. It's the Sonia Kashuk Instructional Eye-On Neutral Palette. I have a whole video devoted to this where I did a review and showed you some swatches, so I will link that in the description box below. I got this at Target. It was $20, and it's amazing, and I've literally been using this all month long. When I posted that video, and even now, I'm getting a lot of comments and messages from people saying that they're having trouble finding this. I've had people say that it's completely repackaged where there's no instructions anymore, which they typically pull out on the sides. I've had people say that they went out and bought this and they did not come with the instructions, and the palette was like a lot thinner, which to me, I don't understand that because it's an instructional eye palette, hence comes with instructions. So, and then I had some people say that they actually wrote to Sonia Kashuk and got feedback that it was being discontinued. So I don't know what the deal is. I don't know if this one was being discontinued and they're repackaging it, or if it altogether is being discontinued. But I suggest that if you are interested in this, go out and get it, because I don't know how much longer it's going to be available. Okay, next is the Dior Rosy Glow Blush, and this has practically been the only blush that I've worn all month in February, except for today. Go figure, I have on a different blush. It's just a gorgeous pink. It's a very like pretty pink, and it always swatches differently than how it actually looks. But it's a very nice, flushed, natural, pretty. It just makes your skin look glowy and fresh, and I really like it. All right, next is the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer. I have mine in the color NW20, And I love this. I love this. This has been my new favorite under eye concealer. I still do really like the Bobbi Brown Corrector Concealer Duo Team, but they're very different products. That one is very creamy. It needs to be set with powder for some people. I don't specifically need to, but a lot of people that have oily skin need to set that. It's a thicker consistency. This is a little bit more watered down. You do not need to set it, though I do with my Well Rested just to kind of give it an even brighter effect under my eyes. But I love this. I haven't had it crease or cake or fade or settle into fine lines. It lasts me an entire workday and beyond, and I just love it. It just looks so good. I haven't tried to use this like on blemishes or anything. I've solely just been using it underneath my eyes, and I just can't even tell you the difference that it makes. And I don't even suffer from dark circles. I just like that bright look under my eyes. But if you are somebody that suffers from dark circles, I definitely would recommend giving this a try. I think it's a really nice product. Okay, and then technically I'm kind of cheating because I haven't had this the whole month of February, but I just need to talk about it. It's the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Powder, and I have it in diffused light. And if you watch anybody's videos on YouTube, you probably are no stranger to this. It's been heavily talked about and reviewed. I have only watched one review on this, and it was Josh Collier's, and I will link his review below. If you're going to watch anybody's review on this product, let it be his. He has all of them and swatches them all. He talks about how to use them, which skin tones are best for which powders. My Sephora didn't even have these in stock. I ordered this blindly online, and I asked Josh what he thought because he obviously can see what I look like, but I ended up going with the diffused light because it's the yellow tone powder. I have a lot of redness in my face. I wanted this more as a setting powder and not as a highlight. God only knows how many more highlighters I don't need in my life. So I really didn't need it as a highlight. I wanted it just as like a setting powder that would just make my skin look luminous and glowy and fresh, and this certainly lives up to the hype, and it does that. The diffused light is perfect for me, but I believe there's 6 different powders. So if you're kind of like on the fence or you don't know which ones are, you know, would be good for you, I definitely would check out Josh's review. He literally breaks it down, so like it's kind of a no-brainer. You'll know by the end of his review which powder you should get. So I love this. It is expensive, but it's completely worth it. It makes my skin, I have it on today, and I don't know if you can notice in the video, but I definitely notice a difference. It just looks bright. My face just looks bright in any given light. It's a genius product, and I won't be surprised when every other company tries to dupe this, but for me, this is holy grail. I will continue to repurchase this, and I've been using it as my setting powder on top of a highlight. Like, I still use my typical highlighters, and I just use this all over, and I love that I can do that because a lot of times highlighters that I have, I can't use all over because they're just too shimmery, too glittery. This doesn't have shimmer. This specific color does not have shimmer or glitter in it. It's more of like a satin finish. You can get away with wearing it all over your face, so I love it. I have one more product, and then I have 2 fails. Okay, so the last product I'm going to talk about is Sigma's new eyeshadow base in the color Pose. And it's this really pretty like bronzy brown color. And I really like this color. And now with that being said, I will say that I don't own any other brown bases. I've always wanted to get Indian Wood and Constructivist from MAC. They've always been on my list, and I don't know why I've never gone out to buy them. But being an affiliate with Sigma, they sent me all of their new eyeshadow bases, and when I found this one, I kind of was like, I don't need the MAC ones now. It's just a gorgeous brown base. I just want to spend a little bit of time talking about these because I have gotten several questions and messages asking my opinion on these. I think that they are a nice product. They are marketed as an eyeshadow base. You can also use them as a cream shadow, just as you would a MAC Paint Pot or a Bobbi Brown Longwear Cream Shadow. It's actually the same exact size. You get the same amount of product in a MAC Paint Pot. Obviously, the MAC is more expensive, and I feel like they're entitled to be more expensive. They have a reputation and a name behind them. I feel like for Sigma to just be kind of breaking into the new makeup world, I feel like their price points are a little bit ridiculous. I do like this color. They actually sent me every single one of their eyeshadow bases. So I wanted to just kind of highlight the ones that I feel like if you wanted to try one or two, these are the ones I would suggest. I will say that I have kind of been using the Persuade color, which is like a dupe for MAC Painterly. I've been using this one pretty much every day, and I like it. I don't think it's anything spectacular. I don't actually have a MAC Painterly. Ever since I finished it, I've been using my other bases up and I haven't had to repurchase it. So I'll use this up until it's gone. If I had to choose, I don't really notice a difference. Now I will say I have not experienced any creasing with them. They do hold the colors really nicely throughout the day. They've survived my long work days. Haven't had any creasing or caking. I don't have oily lids. And I do use this is the base I've been using, the Laura Mercier Wheat Base. I put this down before I use the Sigma shadow bases. If you have oily lids, they might not be the best product for you. It's just really in trial and error. I do really like Pose, but like I said, if you have Matte Constructivist, you don't really need this. If you had to get one from the collection, I would, woo, I just dropped it. I would get Spy. This is a really cool color. If you are a fan of MAC Club eyeshadow, then you would love this color. It's essentially the same exact color. It's a duochrome green, brown, red, purple, depending on how it looks in the light. It's not a base that I would use every day, but I wanted to just show you. This is just my Mishmashy Z palette, and I don't have MAC Club. I got rid of it when I discovered the dupe in the Wet n Wild palette. I wanted to show you. They are essentially the same color. So what I've done with the base is I use that as a base, and then I put the eyeshadow right over it. So there you can see. So this is the Sigma base, and this is the Club or Wet n Wild dupe for Club. So like right there, they're exactly the same. So it just depends. So that's been a really nice, like kind of fun smoky eye that I've been using. And I feel like out of all of the bases Sigma offers, that's the most unique. If you had to get one, I would get that one. Because I don't even know of another company that makes a base that color. Especially if you are partial to MAC Club. Like if you love that eyeshadow, I think that you need to have this base. And the other color I wanted to just talk about really quick is Strike. Strike is a really gorgeous like cranberry wine red color, which is an exact dupe for MAC Artifact Paint Pot, which is discontinued. You can no longer get this. So if you are someone that wants this color and can't get it anymore, I think that if you pick up Strike, you won't be disappointed. I'll just swatch those. So my middle finger is MAC and the pointer finger is Strike from Sigma. That's MAC, that's Sigma. So that's kind of the good news. If you, like I said, did not have a chance to get Artifact, I think I found mine at a CCO a while back. You could pick up this Sigma one and it's the same color. So that's that. The one thing I will complain about, I absolutely hate about these, is the packaging is huge and bulky and so inconvenient. I don't like the packaging at all. The MAC paint pots are nice and easy. They're easy to stack and line up in drawers. These are just not that. So I wanted to just spend a little bit of time because I wanted to address your guys' questions about that. Now on to fails. Unfortunately, this is one of them. This came in the February Seasons box, and these are the Juicy Bamboo Facial Cleansing Cloths. I did open them up. The first thing I was really disappointed to see, this is the size of them. So small. I needed like 2 or 3 to actually clean my face. This is a really good test to show you. I'm going to just try to wipe these swatches off. So not fantastic at taking makeup off. I feel like when I went to use these, I've only used it one time on my face because I really didn't like them. When I went to use them, it literally just like smeared the makeup around my face and didn't really take it off. And just the size of them, I feel like you kind of waste your money because you're having to need more than one to clean your entire face, like maybe one for your eyes and one for your face. So I did want to let you guys know that, as I said in that unboxing video, I would keep you posted with my thoughts on the products, and these are just, they're not the most horrible wipes I've ever tried. They're actually better than the Yes to Cucumbers and Yes to Blueberry wipes that I've complained about in the past. They're not horrible, but I won't be repurchasing them. I don't think that they're phenomenal at taking makeup off. Definitely doesn't beat my Bioderma. So I wanted to just let you guys know about that. And then lastly, black gel liner. So ever since I ran out of my MAC one, I picked up, well, I was using the Inglot for a little while, and then I picked up the e.l.f. And I said in the video when I bought e.l.f., I was so impressed with how good this was. And kind of have to retract that. It completely has, well, not completely, 98% of it has dried out. It's become really tacky. I was noticing when I would go to use it, I would use like my liner brushes. It was like skidding across my eyelids. Like it wasn't a smooth, nice, like flowy black line. It was like, almost looked like it was skidding and skipping spaces in between. And so I finally like put my finger in there to see, and sure enough, it's just like tacky and almost dried out. And that kind of prompted me to look at the Inglot one, which again, you can kind of see has even cracked and separated from the package. And there again, it's just, yeah, it's not creamy anymore. I'm putting these both in the garbage. I'm not too upset about it. The e.l.f. one was, I think it was $3, but literally that's a case in which you pay for what you get. So I will just be going back to my MAC Black Track Fluid line. I feel like it's just the best one I've ever tried. I literally went through an entire one, and I've had it for probably over a year, and I never had it dry out. I never had it separate from the sides. Every time I went to apply it, it was as if it was a brand new opened little jar. And for me, paying that to have it for that long and last me is so much more worth buying cheaper alternatives that are just gonna dry out and be disappointing when I use them. So I wanted to just let you guys know about that, because like I said, I raved about this when I got it, and now here we are like several months later, and it's just not held up to what I thought it was. So now I'm all a mess. So those are my February favorites and fails. I'm so excited March is here, and spring and hopefully warmer weather. This weather has just been so brutal. I hope that you guys are doing well, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.